Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today is a very special day because I'm lucky enough to say that I have bought my dream car, which is right here. This is the Land Rover Freelander 2, and it probably sounds silly to say this is my dream car because I guess a lot of people's dream cars are Lamborghinis, like supercars, but for me off-road vehicles have I've always had a little soft spot for them. So to say that I now own a Land Rover is just insane. If you guys are interested in the spec of the vehicle and all the features that it has, then I'm going to go through that in just a little while when we go for a little test drive. But you're probably wondering why I've got this vehicle, and the plan is to start a little series on my YouTube channel where I'm creating the ultimate MTB off-road camper. Now, a crucial part of that is to have an off-road vehicle, which is what this is, but I wanted one that done on-road and off-road just as well, and for me this was the perfect vehicle. Plus as well, I absolutely love Land Rover. There's going to be a few episodes to this series, one of which will be fitting a roof tent to it, and the end result will be taking it on a little road trip, going off-roading and mountain biking as well. But it starts today, and this episode will be fitting a bike rack to the back. But it didn't start there. It started when I bought this vehicle. Now, this I bought and I had to clean it up a little bit. So I took it to my dad's house and he helped me clean it up. It's obviously been off-roading, so that there was a load of like dried mud and grit underneath. And we gave it a good old jet wash off, cleaned it up underneath, and now it's looking so much better. Right, now that the car is all cleaned up underneath and on the outside and it's looking cool, the next step to this project was to get a bike rack because I need to transport the e-bikes around. And I was super lucky that XLC sent me this bike rack. So this is the Almada Work E, and it does so many things. So it's obviously a bike rack and carries two bikes, and it also doubles up as a work stand as well. And the things that I love about this is that it's super compact. So it folds up and it's literally this size. So it's easy to store, and it also fits in the boot as well, which is super handy because if you don't want it on the back of your car, you can just take it off, put it in your boot, and it's stored away super nicely. It's also really easy to put on, which I'm going to demonstrate to you guys right now. So there we go, that was actually so easy to put on, and also as well it's not heavy, so I'm able to lift it and put it on all by myself. The other things that I actually really love about this bike rack is that you can actually lock your bikes onto it. So as you guys would have seen in those clips then, I locked the bike rack itself onto the tow bar, but you can also lock the bikes onto it as well, which I'll show you guys in a minute when I put the bikes on. But it's so cool. These are also really lovely as well, these LED tail lights here, and it just looks like a sick bike rack. It looks the part and it looks sick on this car as well. So I've already put the first bike on there, and I'm just about to show you guys how to put another bike on there. But this basically folds down and acts as like a little barrier in between the bikes. So that's the other thing that sold this to me, is that these bikes won't touch each other at all and rub up against each other, because that is literally the worst thing. Like if you crash and damage your bike, then it's kind of okay, but if it gets damaged just in storage or transportation, then that is the most annoying thing. But it doesn't happen with this. There we go then, 2 bikes on this bike rack, as easy as that. Another feature which is actually really cool, which I forgot to mention, is the fact that obviously now the bike rack's on, it's blocked the boot. But that's not a problem because, check this out, you just simply click the pedal down there and you can flip this down, which is crazy because there's 2 e-bikes on it and it's holding its own weight. And then you just literally pop the trunk and you can get to all your riding kit, your helmets, everything, your lunch, it's all in the boot there. And then you literally just, to put it back up, just push it and it clicks into place. And then you're ready to drive off. So there we go, the bike rack is on with both of our e-bikes on it as well, and that's the first thing checked off the list. The next things will be the roof bars and the roof tent, and then we're pretty much ready to go on our off-road camping adventures. I think what we should do now though is take it for a little spin and explain the spec of the vehicle and all the different features that this car has. Okay, right, we've switched to GoPro for this next part of the video because it's a little bit easier than the huge camera. And I'm going to go for a little test drive and talk you through the features and the spec of this car. But the first thing that I wanted to show you actually involves starting the car. So we've got the key and it actually just goes in there and it's got a button that starts the engine. Now that's pretty cool. We've got the air conditioning on because it is boiling today. Cool. So it is a Land Rover Freelander 2 and it is a 160 brake horsepower, 2 litre engine. It's a diesel and it's a 6-speed gearbox. And there's actually quite a lot of cool features. Obviously it's an off-road vehicle, so we've got a load of settings just down here which you can change depending on what style of off-roading you're doing, whether you've got to go down steep hills, whether you're going on like off-road tracks that are really bumpy, or if you're in like slippery conditions such as ice and things like that. It's also got a sat nav, it's got a telephone, it's got Bluetooth, it's, yeah, all of those things that you need, electric mirrors. And the main selling point for me, which is why I bought this specific vehicle, was that it did have a tow bar already fitted, which obviously for this project was something that I needed to have to fit the bike rack on. Actually quite cool. I think it's about time now we stop talking about the car and we actually go and take this for our first little riding mission. So let's find somewhere and do a bit of riding. We have made it to Twisted Oaks Bikepark. We've got the bikes off the back of the car from the bike rack, and I think it's time that we found some trails to ride. Tom's going to follow me through and hit some jumps. Let's do it. First track of the day then is going to be the Badger line, which is super cool. It's got wooden features in it, big gap jumps and big air time. So Tom's going to follow me.
You ready? Yeah, it's perfect conditions today, isn't it?
So good,
nice,
yeah.
And summery. Here we go then. It's like riding across a beach up here. Tropical here in the UK at the moment. KJ is steaming in. Whipper, look at that speed. You. Nice one, KJ. That was sick. Oh, a little roost at the end there. Nice.
That's so cool. I absolutely love that trail. It's got to be my favourite one because there's a bit of everything really. Track 2 then, here we go. This is the Rat line.
Which is actually the easier of these two, but you find it more difficult because of the way it turns, don't you?
Yeah, so basically it's gaps, it's all gaps, but it twists and turns through the trees, so you've got to maintain your speed throughout the berms, which corner speed is not my particularly strong strength, is it?
Twisted Oaks.
Well,
it twists through the oaks.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on then, show me some oak twisting then.
Okay, let's do it.
Dropping in. Here we go. This is Rat line. Wow, car is going well fast. Look at her go. Speedy. This is the longest jump, though. It's a little shark fin. Whoa. Yeah, KJ. Sick riding, well done. Oh, look at that. You can see where you've been because there's all marks down there.
That's also my favourite. There's 2 favourites now, That's so cool when you get it good, because it's like all flowy and whippy, and yeah, that's sick. I want to hit some kicker jumps now, so I think we should go to the mulch kickers.
We made our way over to the mulch jumps. It's a little bit of a headwind, so Cara's picking her moment here, but she's opted to ride the bigger kicker out of all three options, and that's because although it's the tallest, it's actually the most gentle curve and feels the nicest to ride, I think, and so does she, on the e-bike. So let's wait for a break in the wind and see her send it. Yo, nice.
That is still so scary. It looks massive when you're sat up there, and especially when you're waiting for a dip in the wind. It's like,
It's actually really windy, isn't it?
yeah, it's so windy. And I felt as I jumped in the air, as I came out the lip, it was almost like someone was pushing me back a little bit. It was so weird, but I think I can do better than that. I need to go a bit quicker. I'll go quicker at the top, so then I've got the speed down there, and see if we can actually clear the gap.
Full speed, full speed. There we go. Yoop. Well done.
Yay!
That's sick. Nice.
Ow. Actually, yeah. That was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm actually stoked on that, because the wind is so off-putting, especially when you're up there. And to clear that, did I clear it?
Yeah,
I cleared it. That's so cool. After 2 jumps, we did it. Session over, the bikes are back on the bike rack. And that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of my off-road camper car build, and I'm stoked for it, and I'm so lucky that I've been able to do this. I've been wanting to do it for a really long time, so it's sick that I finally managed to get everything together, and it is going to happen. So keep an eye out for the other episodes, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, put your comments down below with some suggestions for this build, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way.